end up?
I think, honestly, I went to Columbus with that car.
Okay.
I went to Columbus with that car. I remember I didn't even have a destination. Like,
So where is it?
I'm pretty sure it's in the cops' arms because I don't.
It ain't. Nobody knows where it is.
Well, I left it. I just left it.
This is one of those courtroom moments where every answer seems to dig the hole deeper. An 18-year-old defendant, a stolen car, missing property, and a judge who clearly isn't buying the story. What unfolds here is less about a single crime and more about a pattern years in the making. Watch closely as the defendant tries to explain impulsive decisions, forgotten details, and a chaotic night that left victims without thousands of dollars in property. But the real question is, will the court see remorse, or just another excuse? Because by the end of this hearing, one decision will determine whether this young man gets one last chance, or loses his freedom entirely.
I just left it. Like,
Where's the football equipment?
when I got the car, I just took everything out of it. Like, I didn't keep anything. Like, I literally just got in the car. It was impulsive, Your Honor. Like,
I know, but the question is, where is it? Because the computer was found.
a computer?
Some other things were, the computer that was in the car that you threw out the car. But the helmet and shoulder pads, $2,000 worth of stuff wasn't found.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm be honestly, like, really honest with you. I don't know where that's at. I really don't. I just threw everything, like.
Where did you throw it? That's what he's asking.
I was over by, I think, like, I don't know, like Perkins, like by Minter Avenue, and I stopped over there, and I just stopped the car, and I just threw everything out. Like, so I don't know if it's still there. Like, I don't know if, like, and honestly, like, I don't know if I could pay. I don't know if I can work to pay for that money back. But that's something that I will do. When
you took that car, you were in Cleveland Heights. What were you doing in Cleveland Heights?
I know I went to Cleveland. I was seeing a couple. I know I was with a guy I met out there. I probably was out there with him.
Who?
I forget his name. We had just met, and I know I went out there. Like I was just.
How'd you know how to find him if you just met?
Because he was out here, and then he asked for me to drive him out to Cleveland, and I did. So, and then that's the only way I remember I was in Cleveland Heights for. Like, I wouldn't have been in Cleveland Heights for any other reason, but to see him probably.
And you were on St. Clair near Eddy Road. What were you doing there?
Probably just, I don't know, I was just driving. I don't know. I was just driving. Like.
When did you go to Columbus?
Huh? Well, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
When did you go to Columbus?
I went to Columbus right after Cleveland. I remember it was just like in.
It was like an 8-hour difference between when you're on St. Clair and when the camera first picks you up in Columbus. Where were you those 8 hours?
I don't remember, Your Honor.
It's very easy not to believe a word you say.
Your Honor, everything I've done, like, I went in that car and I just drove. I didn't even have.
Well, how many cars did it take before you got into one that was unlocked in that parking lot?
In the parking lot?
In the parking lot where you stole this terrain, how many cars did you go in and check before you found this one that was unlocked?
I only went in that one.
No, well, how many cars did you check to see if they were unlocked before you took this car?
I literally only went, like, I don't remember going in any other cars.
Okay. Well,
because in that one, I looked at that one, and I just remember getting in it, like honest. That's the honest truth. Like, I just really remember getting in that car. Like, I picked that one and I just got in it and left. like, I didn't say, oh, I know this person.
I think the cameras that are focused on that lot tell something different. That you check the number of cars. Some were unlocked, you took some stuff, and then you got in this one, so you weren't, this wasn't an impulse, you were looking for stuff to steal. You checked the number of cars for quite a substantial period of time before you took this car. So it wasn't an impulse.
Yeah, and I'm sorry if I said impulse. I wasn't thinking. I didn't. I honestly feel like I didn't want to hurt anybody. I didn't say, oh, I know these people, I'm gonna just go.
It doesn't matter if you know them.
Like and that's right. I don't. But I don't want to. I didn't want to physically hurt anybody. Is what I'm trying to say. I didn't want to I didn't. Like I just did it. Like I don't. But now I know. Like in that state where the mindset that I was in that time, like in that moment, can't compare to how I am now.
I don't know that, okay, because you have no credibility when you talk. You just don't.
You're right, Your Honor. But that has to show. I have to show that.
And all you've shown is your inability to live inside the bounds of what the law is. You're outside for 9 years from your first time in 16 until this fall of 25. All you've done is wreak havoc everywhere you go. And not only up until this, but after this.
Mr. O'Donnell, Judge, like this is how I feel. Like I was in that, like I was wrong for how I did. Like I can't. I just don't I don't know how to say I'm sorry, and I knew I was wrong. And like I know at this moment, the only thing that matters is how I treated those victims. That had it could have had a financial ripple effect, a physical ripple effect, a mental ripple effect on them. And I genuinely understand that. And if I can pay anything back, if I can do anything out there to give back to them,
well,
I will work.
What you can do when you get back out there is to live your life without being a criminal. That's what you can do. Where's your father right now?
My father is locked up. He's incarcerated in Ross Prison.
Right. So you have a pretty good example of where you're going to end up if you keep all this nonsense up. Pretty good idea, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how long has he been locked up?
I think 14 years. Oh, not 4, although because it's like 10, 14 years. But like I only seen him like once in my life.
So the whole time you've been running around causing problems in Lake County, he's been in prison. So you have a prime example right in front of you about what happens when you do what you've been doing, right?
Yes, Your Honor. Can I say something? And also, like I said, like I told you, from when I'm 18. Okay, I've been juvenile. Juvenile is rehabilitation. I've done rehabilitation classes. I went through that process. I got accepted in college in juvenile. I did that. Most kids. I'm not saying most kids aren't doing that, but most kids aren't doing it. And
so when did you get accepted into college?
I got accepted to Hawken and Nelsonville for business management and entrepreneurship when I was in juvenile.
Where is that?
That's in Athens County.
And when did you get accepted into that?
I got accepted August. I got an exception letter when I was incarcerated in DYS in Madison, Ohio, in the month of August, and I got that exception letter, and I cherished it. And instead of listen, and instead of me coming back, man, this is so real. Instead of me coming back, I told my mom, and she was shocked. But I said, Mom, I'm not coming back home. This is the honest truth, Mr. O'Donnell. I said, I'm not coming back home. There wasn't a reason. I said, I'm not coming back to Painesville. Why? I'm not coming back to Painesville because once I heard my close friend passed away, I knew the sadness.
Who was your close friend?
Will, they call him Will.
Sheffy?
Yeah,
How did he die?
Hey, he got killed. He got shot over like,
Couple blocks away.
yeah.
Why?
I guess it was over because like just I don't know. I guess the other dudes didn't like him.
Right, why?
I don't really know all that, but like I just know.
Well, because he'd been doing the same thing.
Hmm?
He and the guys all these guys that were involved in that been doing the same stupid shit for more than a decade. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's why. Finally, they escalated. And now he's dead and the other guy's dead too, who was in the car. Not out of that incident, but out of another one. Running around with a bunch of numbskulls. And he got shot and killed. All this is in front of you. All of it. And so you're telling me a month after you get accepted into college, you come back here, and Sheffy died in June. Okay, he didn't die. He died before you got back here. He died before you got accepted into college. Okay? So you using the excuse that you came back here, all set to go into college, and a month later you come back here, or within a month you come back here, and you start all this nonsense over again. So there was no trigger that once you got back here and found out Sheffy died that you went off the rails again.
You're right. It wasn't. But it just hit. Man, I just can't. It just hit me like it hit a lot different. You know, like you can be away and hear it, but then when you come back out and you just see like this is where I lived for most of my and. Like everybody dies, but like I just reacted different. But
well, everybody dies. You're right about that. Okay. So I can believe you when you tell me that. Okay, everybody dies. Everybody doesn't die the same way.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't put themselves in a position where they have a pretty good chance of dying. Okay, not everybody does that. The ones who do, a lot of them end up dead because that's what they chose. That's a position they chose to put themselves in. Or if they don't die, like all the other dingalings that were involved in that, most likely are going to be in prison for a long time. So that seems to be the choice that you've made for the last 9 years, is to either put yourself in a position of dying prematurely or ended up in prison for a long time. That's where you've put yourself.
well, I can assure you now that
You can't assure me of anything.
You're right.
You can't assure the three people in the back of the courtroom of anything. Okay, you're telling me you assured your mom that you were going to go to college and you were all set. You assured her that in August. And in September, all this shit happens. You can't assure anybody of anything. You can't, according to what you've just told me, you can't assure yourself of anything. Because you were going to college. And then you get right back at it. So the word assure and you don't mix right now. Now, they may in the future. You may be 10 years from now, you may be a successful person, never in trouble again after this. I don't know. You can't assure me of that. You can't assure you of that. Anything else you want to say?
Yes, yes, there is actually. I just want to let you know that since I've been here, like since I've been locked up, like I've really been, like it's not easy. Okay, it's not easy. Like me being in.
Who said it was supposed to be easy?
You're right. Sorry, but it's not like I don't want to do it no more. Like I'm done. I just can't. This isn't juvenile. This will like it is breaking. Like it will break you. And if you don't get back up, and if if you don't see what this is trying to do, you either go crazy or you like, and I'm staying strong, Mr. O'Donnell. Like, you just don't understand. Like, I could say I don't have to say nothing about college. I know. No, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. And to be honest, I'm going to be honest with you, Mr. O'Donnell, because this is key. I don't want to be here. I don't. Do I deserve to be in jail for what I've done? Yes, but Mr. O'Donnell, I just don't. I've learned. Like, out of this time I've been here, this is not. I don't. I just don't want to do it. It's too hard. It's too hard. It's mentally hard. The physical aspect of jail but it's mentally draining and it's just, I just don't want to do it.
No?
Thank you, Your Honor. The state's recommending the defendant serve a prison term. I'm going to go over the defendant's history. 2016, he had attempted arson with 1 probation violation. 2021, he had disorderly conduct. 2021 as well. Assault, 2021 as well. Burglary, where he was sent to a community correctional facility. 2022, a vehicle trespass. 2022, possession of cocaine, where he was sent to the ICR program in the juvenile court. He was then released from the ICR program, and shortly, roughly 3 months later, he stole a vehicle and crashed it over here in front of the Morley Library. He was sentenced to the ICR program again. Within 2 months, he then assaulted a CO down there and was sent to the Department of Youth Services. He got out of the Department of Youth Services and committed more offenses. He committed a weapons of disability in 2025. He committed this offense in 2025. He committed more offenses at Lake Erie College, where he was stealing things from college students' vehicles. I know the defendant then told you today that he had everything set to go to college, which may be true, I'm not sure. But what I can tell you is that instead of going to college, he decided to go steal cars. I've been hearing the college line for about 3 years since I've been a prosecutor at this point, Your Honor. He did get it right when he says nobody knows what he's going to do next. However, if the pattern is to show us anything, it's that he's going to get out and commit more crimes. And again, Your Honor, he was on juvenile parole at the time of the offense. So I do believe a prison term is appropriate for this. I understand he is 18. However, in order to protect the community, prison would be appropriate, and all rehabilitation efforts have proven to be futile. Thank you.
Now, when I sentence you here in a minute, okay, it's got nothing to do with what you just said, because I don't believe what you said. And nobody should believe what you say. Because you've been through this enough times over there, for the most part, that you have a good idea of what you need to say to get what you want to accomplish. Right? Unfortunately for you, you've become experienced in that regard. That you like to say right before your fate is determined what you think the person who's going to determine it wants to hear. Okay? But I don't believe you. But you shouldn't take offense to that, because I believe almost nobody sitting there, because everybody plays that same game. Okay? But all that's beside the point. The question is what to do with you at this point. That's all that matters right now. So, Mr. Knopf has been screwing around with you in juvenile court and now here for the last 3 years. Did you know that? You recognize him? He's been on a lot of your cases, okay? So he knows you well. He doesn't believe the least bit in you, okay? For good reason. And I think if you're honest with yourself, you're going to acknowledge there's good reason for that. So, your history as a juvenile, for the most part, has been theft offenses, some drug offenses, a weapons offense, okay? But for the most part, you're a thief, and not a very good one, I might add, because you keep getting caught. Okay? So what I'm going to do with you is I'm going to place you on community control for 5 years. And after you're done with your juvenile offense over here, on count 2, you're going to serve another 90 days in jail. just on count 2. You're not to have any drugs or alcohol, and you'll be screened. You've never gotten a driver's license, huh?
No, Your Honor.
You get a valid driver's license. You're going to get full employment, or you're going to engage in full-time schooling, or you're going to do a combination that involves, that amounts to full-time. You're to have no contact with the individuals that you stole both the vehicles from. Pay restitution in the amount of $7,059 to the victim that owned that vehicle. And you're going to pay restitution in the amount of $2,047.76 to the victim whose property you stole. What's your drug history? What's your drug usage history?
When was the last time you used drugs?
September.
Huh?
Like September.
What?
September.
No, what's your drug use history in your life?
Like just like.
What have you used them with?
Marijuana, and that's it. And yeah, alcohol, marijuana a lot, and then alcohol a few, and just occasionally.
You're going to get a drug and alcohol evaluation, and you're going to follow all recommendations that are made. You're going to get a mental health evaluation and follow all recommendations that are made. While you're in serving those 90 days that I gave you, you're going to, well, actually, here's what you're going to do. The last 30 days of my sentence, you're going to enter into the jail treatment program. Complete that and follow all recommendations. That'll be the last 30 days of that sentence. And then when you finish that, you're going to enter into the NeoCap program, complete that, and follow all those recommendations. And you're going to get a mental health evaluation. And follow all those recommendations. And you're going to pay the costs and supervision fees in this case. Ms. Wehagen, any other terms?
Your Honor, so the jail treatment program with this, which is the drug and alcohol evaluation.
Right.
So that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You understand the terms?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
You have any question about the terms?
You said I'm going Neo camp after the 30 days are over.
No, you're going to finish the rest of your juvenile sentence.
Okay.
Then you're going to serve 90 more days from me. The last 30 are going to be in the jail treatment program. So the last 30 of those 90 are the jail treatment program. Then you go to NeoCap after that. Complete that program.
Okay.
Any more questions about that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. If you don't comply with the terms, the state will file a motion to terminate your community control. And if I find you violated, it's 18 months in prison. Now, so by my count, you're going to be over here until probably early September. Then you're going to go to NeoCap for some period of between 4 and 6 months. So about a year from now, you'll either come to the realization that this hasn't worked so well for the last 9.5 years, and you'll do something different, or you'll come out and do the same thing. I don't know. He don't know. He don't know. They don't know. You don't know. But it's completely within your hands. Anything else, Mr. Knopf?
Just to be clear, Your Honor, it's only on count 2, it's 90 days, not the other.
Only on count 2,
Okay.
okay? There's a specific reason for that. In case you're wondering, Mr. Fatika could probably explain that to you. Remaining charges are dismissed. Anything else, Mr. Fatika?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
In the end, the judge chose a path that balances accountability with a final chance at reform. Extended community control, jail time, mandatory treatment programs, restitution payments, and strict conditions designed to force a different life trajectory. It's a sentence that says, prove you can change, or the next stop is prison. This case highlights a bigger issue in the justice system. How many chances are enough before consequences must escalate? For the victims, restitution may never fully repair the damage. For the defendant, the next year will decide everything. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.